All right, gang, this time around we are making chicken fricassee, also known as chicken stew. So I found this fricassee recipe online that was pretty cool, but I decided I am going to KenFoodie this thing, which means I'm gonna make some choices that are unique to me, they're my own. So one being that I'm gonna add wine to this, give thanks. And also I'm gonna add a sachet, which is a bunch of herbs. This time I'm using rosemary, thyme, and lemon peel. And I'm gonna tie that up into some cheesecloth and then submerge it into the stew while it cooks. So another way I'm gonna KenFoodie this recipe is by making a roux. So that's gonna be equal parts butter and flour cooked until it's a dark brown. It's gonna add a nutty kind of chocolatey flavor to the dish. And what you do when you're making a roux is make sure you stir it gently, keep it on low heat, medium low heat, and you don't want to burn it. You want to cook it till it gets kind of dark brown and you can smell that nutty flavor. That's what you want, but you don't want it burned. Because if it burns, your dish will have a burned flavor. We don't want that. So after I make my roux, I set it aside. Then I go about slicing and chopping my garlic. Hey, I want to let you know that the KenFoodie merch site is up and running. You can check it out at kenfoodiemerch.com. We've got some cool t-shirts over there, a tote bag that I think you're going to love, so check it out, kenfoodiemerch.com. Let's go ahead and season our chicken thighs. I'm going to use salt, pepper, and garlic on all sides. I'll turn it over and just do that, right? Next, I want to brown the chicken on both sides in olive oil and a little bit of butter. So you get a nice brown on the chicken. Then when you brown all of the pieces of chicken on both sides, take them out of the pan, put them on the side, right? And then we're gonna toss in our onions, get them nice and soft, a little brown if you want to. Once that happens, throw in your garlic, right? Your chopped garlic. Don't let it burn. Just get it so you can start to smell it. Then you're in a good place. Okay, onions are browned, garlic is fragrant, so now let's put our chicken into the pan, add our roux, mix all of that up, and then we're gonna add, I added wine to my taste, right? So I would say maybe a cup. I don't know, I like wine, so I use my favorite white wine and I put that in there. It's a Chardonnay, nice and dry. I like a dry Chardonnay, so that's what I use. You use what you like. So put your wine in there, and then you got chicken stock to add. So you want to add your chicken stock to cover the chicken pieces, just enough to cover. Stir it up. So now you want to take your sachet, which has fresh rosemary, thyme, and lemon peel. You got all that tied up, and then you put that in the bottom of your pot. Bring it to a boil, and then reduce the heat so that it's just bubbling, right? Put your top on it, and cook it for about an hour. Check it every now and then to make sure it's not sticking. So about 45 minutes into the cooking process, take the top off and add your heavy cream, about half a cup. Now, if your stew isn't thick enough to your liking, take the top off and let it simmer that way. So it'll start to reduce down. And you'll just let it cook until it gets to the thickness that you desire. Be sure to check your seasoning, salt and pepper to taste, right? Now, I've already cooked some fettuccine miracle noodles. They're lower in carbs than your typical pasta, right? Now, they do have carbs, but not as much as, regular pasta, which is why I like it. I want to keep a low carb diet, but I'm not going to completely eliminate carbs. That's where the good stuff is. All right, so we're going to plate up. Put your fettuccine noodles in the bottom of the bowl, then add your chicken stew, and you're done. Give thanks.